All right, what's up, y'all? This is Logic, hip-hop artist from Maryland. I always say that. Keep this in here, too. Y'all watching Hard Knock TV. Swag.
I'm black and white, but racism I still cannot evade. I never understood the concept even to this day. You know we're all the same in the eyes of a blade. Cause when men shed blood, it's still the same shade. And that's why I'm just a man, homie. Flesh and blood, I'm just a man. But I don't think they understand, homie. I ain't perfect, I'm just a man.
One of my favorite tracks is Just a Man.
Yo, dude, it just fucking hit me, yo. Do you know how many videos that I've watched and it's your voice?
It's my voice.
That's fucking crazy, dog. Hey, yo, real talk. This is dope as shit, man. Hey, yo, shout out Hard Knock TV. That's weird. My bad.
No, yeah, because you don't get to see me.
I know, because I'm a big fan. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to fuck you up.
Nah.
It just hit me. I was like, yo, dude, this dude's voice. I was like, oh, man. Okay, cool, sorry.
Being biracial.
Yeah.
Personally, myself, I'm biracial. I think it's interesting because Cole's biracial, Drake's biracial, Obama's biracial.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the first black president, but he's still biracial.
Yeah.
Like, talk about that. I feel like that's a subject that comes up in a lot of your songs.
Yeah.
How do you feel growing up biracial has affected you in that sense of identity of like having a foot in each world and still trying to create your own identity?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, man. You know, it's definitely a subject that I talked about a lot on this mixtape, Welcome to Forever. And the reason I talked about it so much is just because Welcome to Forever was something that was a huge introduction to the hip-hop world. Like a lot of people was kind of like, what the fuck is it with Logic, what? Da, da, da. And the first thing I didn't want to be perceived as is just, I don't know, just like a white person. Just because I'm proud of who I am and what I am, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of biracial people that look completely black or white or Hispanic or this or whatever side. And I just wanted to talk about it and kind of leave it there. I might touch on it just a little bit, just a little bit, but in a more of an uplifting way on the album, but just a little bit. Like with this shit, I was like, yeah, motherfucker, this is me. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, this is me. I'm proud to be who I am. And growing up, yeah, sure, it was hard, you know what I'm saying? When literally everybody in your family is black except your mother. You know what I mean? Like, and you're in this family, and you just feel like everybody else, and then you look in the mirror and be like, what the fuck? Like, you know, it is kind of weird. But then as you grow and you realize, you're like, well, this is me. This is who I am. You know what I'm saying? My personality is my personality, and my skin tone is my skin tone, and I should be happy to be that. But the biggest thing is I don't want there to be any misconception that it's like, oh, I'm just trying to get a look or da-da-da or anything like that. No, it's just, yo, I'm proud to be black and white. I'm proud to be mixed. And there's a lot of mixed people out there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of mixed people that I've met that I thought were white. I'd be like, oh, are you white? And they're like, no, motherfucker, I'm mixed like you. What is wrong? You know, and it's, you know, and I think it's just too much shit around race, and I just wanted to throw that out there and just let that be it, man. Just so people know who I am and that I'm proud to be me, and just kind of leave that there, and that's it. And people know now, and my fans know. So I don't really have to talk about it anymore because if somebody's like, oh, you know, he can rap for a white boy, which is ignorant. That's the most ignorant shit I've ever heard, like based on, you know, ethnicity, even though brothers got soul, you know what I'm saying? But no, but like, yeah, so just to know that fans and people who are very familiar can be like, oh no, you know, he's black and white. And not even because it needs to be said because I'm black, no, just because I'm proud to be both. And just, it's nice to address that. But I do think it's stupid that, like, motherfuckers have been like this, swear to God, on Twitter, they've been like, yeah, you know, his raps are good, so I'm not even fucking with you. His raps are good, you know, and his flow is tight, you know, and he can perform live and shit, all right? But he's white. That's the most ignorant shit I've ever heard in my life. And then somebody, I'll see him, they'll be like, oh no, man, his dad's black. And they'll be like, oh, he's cool then, he's straight. Like, what? It just doesn't make sense. Yeah. But hey, that's the world that we live in, unfortunately. And that's why the message for me is just peace, love, and positivity, man. Fuck all that extra shit, dude.
I think it's also a generational thing too. I feel like we talked to Scarface about race and hip hop. We talked to Iggy about race and hip hop, and it means two very different things.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Scarface feels like, you know, hip hop is a black art form, and the way he came up, it was that way. So that's kind of what he sees. Yeah. And then Iggy, as a younger generation, she's like, well, that's how I express myself. It's what I love. Like, you can't tell me because I'm a certain race, I can't be part of a certain culture. So.
Hey, it's true. Especially when you grow up around it and you're accepted by these same people that you're entertaining, you know? But I really do like agree with Scarface's statement in many ways though, because of what it was built upon. Like think about it, man. Rock and roll, that was fucking made by the black man, yo. Like taking elements of blues and all these different things with the guitar and all that shit. And then, you know, Elvis, as great as he is, he's fucking awesome, but it's like, you know, he kind of went with that, like he's gyrating and doing all that shit. Like that's like soulful, you know what I mean? So those were elements taken, but I see it as, you know, innovation and something that also helped spawn, you know, other things in rock and roll, you know, with all different people of all colors. So like hip hop was almost like another genre that was started, you know, like it started in what, South Bronx, I think, like, you know what I'm saying? It don't get more, you know, blacker and prouder than that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's so cool to just see, you know, these strong people create it and have that. And I think that's what it was when it started, you know, but as more people grew an ear to it and began to like it and love it, everybody just started to join in. And I think that's music. Even though it's a genre and it was started, you know, by a certain demographic, at the end of the day, it's music. And who are we personally, this is how I feel, to deny anyone to make any type of music that they want, especially if it's good, you know. But yeah, I definitely understand where Scarface is coming from. Scarface is extremely intelligent, like him and like Killer Mike and people like that. Like it's like, there's people out there who be like, no, it's a black thing, like that's it, and they'll shut it off, you know what I'm saying? Or it's a this, or it's a that, and they'll just end it like that. Like that's ignorant. Right. Like those people like Scarface will explain, go into detail why he believes these things. Killer Mike will explain it and do it with an open mind. Like if your mind is closed and your mind is made up, then what is your opinion really? Right. If you're not willing, if you can give your opinion and do your best to change someone else's perception, why can't that same person in a respectful way do the same to you just through general conversation? So that's why I think those people, you know, like Scarface and Killer Mike and, you know, a lot of Tech Nine, man, a lot of people with strong beliefs, not only about hip hop, but about many things in the world. I think the fact that they are so open-minded and intelligent and can speak and say what they mean, you know, from their mind and paint the perfect picture, I think it makes a lot of sense. And I have so much respect for those people, man, that can just, rather than just say some just ignorant shit, like, yeah, no, that's what it is, motherfucker.
Step into the mind of a young man, and if you don't, then I don't really give a damn. All I wanna do is make you understand, but if you don't wanna listen, I guess you ain't a part of the plan. Sorry if I digress. All I ever wanted was to be the best. Do lyricism and put your mind to the test. Staying up late night, no rest.
Frank Sinatra, whole Sinatra movement. Where did that fascination start?
When I was young, my mom used to always play me like black and white movies and show me how to treat women. She was like, this is how you treat women. And it's kind of cool because in many ways, you know, like an actual good woman, like you court her, you know what I'm saying? Like you're kind to her, and that's something that I learned from those movies and things like that. But a lot of soundtracks and even Frank Sinatra himself would be acting in these movies, and you know, she introduced me to them when I was just very young. So it was just always there. And I didn't really like it at first. I was like, this shit is whack. Like I want to watch The Simpsons or something, you know what I mean? Because I was young, I was just a kid. And then the music, I was like, okay. But then as I got older, I really like appreciated it and began to understand not only the value, but what he was saying in his music and how he conveyed, you know, emotion on the record and just emphasized certain words or this, and it even helped me with my own writing. But as far as branding, it really just came naturally because I remember seeing like Mac Miller, Most Dope, and Wiz had Taylor Gang, and, you know, all these people had their brands, and I wanted something so bad. Like I was like coming up with like just whack shit and different things.
Did you have something with like Star Wars or something?
Yeah. How do you know that?
I do my research.
Anyway, yeah. I wasn't too proud of that, but I love Star Wars, so I was like, how can I incorporate some shit? But then even back then, like the business mind was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna get sued, like if I just like take something like that. But then, whereas in Young Sinatra, it's not if I was to be like, yeah, Jedi some shit. It's like it's completely different. It's more of just like a state of mind, like a way of being, you know, just elegant and kind and like slick and just, you know, just that cool era in time, man. But when I wasn't trying to figure out something, it just came to me, and I just thought about Sinatra, and I thought about how much I fucked with his music and his image, and through that, it just kind of just all the pieces fell together, man.
And the Rattpack and the Bobby Soxers are the culmination of that.
Yeah, Bobby Soxers I just refer to as my female fans, you know, because it's really funny. Like, every now and again I'll have like girls who be like, I'm not a Bobby Soxer, like I'm a part of the Rattpack. And I'll be like, well, what are you talking about? You're not a Bobby Soxer? She's like, yeah, I don't want to be defined by something. And I'll be like, well, if you're a part of the Rattpack, technically you're still being defined by that, but also a Bobby Soxer is a beautiful, intelligent, elegant, kind-hearted, you know, independent, hard-working woman. You know what I'm saying? So if you just want to be a groupie bitch, that's cool. You could be that, man. But like that's what, like, to me, a Bobby Soxer, that's what that represents, like empowerment of women and just something that's more sweet and not just like fucking ratchet. You know what I mean?